Welcome back. Welcome back to the deep dive. I hope you're, settled in. Maybe you have your coffee
Or a tea.
or your tea, and you're just taking a little break from a very busy day. We are so happy you're here with us.
And if your day has been anything like mine, you already know that feeling, that little bit of pressure,
Yeah.
that feeling of being behind schedule before you're even really awake.
Yes.
It's like life is just, it's accelerating, and we're all trying to keep up on foot.
Exactly. That's the feeling we're talking about today. That feeling where you look around, you think life is running, and I am trying to catch it.
Right?
We all know that moment.
Mm-hmm.
You just feel overwhelmed by all the things you have to remember, the tasks, the people you need to reply to.
That internal rush is so exhausting. I know it so well. It's like time is on a motorcycle, just zooming away.
I like that.
And you're just walking slowly with your coffee, like waving at it as it goes.
Yeah.
And we're all constantly saying that one famous sentence, I don't have time.
I just don't have time. It's
Yeah.
the classic complaint. We hear it every single day. But listen, this is the first thing we really want you to know today. You do have time.
You do.
The clock isn't lying. What's happening is that you haven't learned yet how to protect it, how to shape your time to fit your life.
And today, we're going to fix that together. We are doing a deep dive into how to make time for everything, even when life feels just completely packed. Our mission is to change that feeling of overwhelm into, a feeling of capability. And this is not a boring productivity lecture.
No.
No guilt, no pressure.
Definitely no judgment.
Yeah.
And absolutely no wake up at 4 a.m. advice.
Nope, not here. This is for real life.
Yeah.
Small steps, steady progress.
Yeah.
It's about building that calm, confident feeling when you finally start taking back control of your day.
Imagine that for a second. You wake up tomorrow, and instead of rushing, you just breathe.
Yeah.
You know your plan.
Yeah.
You feel light, focused, peaceful.
Yeah.
That shift from chaos to calm, that already feels better, doesn't it?
It does. And that shift is totally possible. So if you're listening and thinking, that sounds impossible for my life, just stay with us. We're going to show you how.
It's all about leverage, not just effort.
Okay, quick pause before we get into the really good stuff. If this deep dive is helping you, if you get one of those aha moments, please give us a like and hit that subscribe button.
Yes, your support truly means everything to us.
It really helps us grow the show, and specifically, share this deep dive with that friend. You know the one.
Oh, I have that friend.
The one who always says they have no time, who's always rushing. Send it to them right now. They need this.
I love that. Send it to the friend who needs a little bit of peace.
Exactly. Okay. Let's begin. Let's start with the big idea that changes how you see everything.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because the sources we looked at, they really highlight something crucial.
They do. Most people, they don't actually have a time problem.
Right.
The hours in the day, they're the same for everyone. No, they have a brain traffic problem. Yes.
Brain traffic. That's our first big picture, and it's so important to understand. So what does that highway in our head look like?
Well, imagine a huge highway, totally jammed inside your head. You have thoughts honking, worries shouting, tasks are screaming, don't forget me, from every single lane. The rent, the email you have to reply to, the gym, the laundry, everything is trying to move at once.
And you're just standing there trying to be the traffic police officer.
A very confused one.
A very confused one. Saying, you go. No, wait, you go. No, hold on. That constant crowded feeling, that mental noise, it drains your energy.
Totally. It's gone. This is where this idea of cognitive load comes in. Our brains are amazing, but when we have too many tabs open,
Yes.
the whole system just slows down. Even simple decisions become hard because the brain it's just so busy.
It's like trying to cook a meal in a messy kitchen.
Oh, that's a good one.
You have the ingredients, you have the space, but your brain looks at the mess, the dirty dishes, everything everywhere, and it just says, nope, I can't do it. The mess itself it paralyzes you.
And that paralysis is the real enemy. When the chaos wins, we default to easy things, low energy things, which is when we start grabbing those emotional snacks.
Too much friction. That's the feeling we're trying to fix today. The goal is to move from that brain traffic, that mental chaos, to a place where you wake up and feel light, focused, and peaceful.
Exactly. So let's clean that mental kitchen. Let's move from chaos to control. We've got 5 specific keys for you starting right now.
Okay, so tip number 1, we need to clear the mental kitchen. And the most powerful way to do this is with the top 3 tasks.
This is how we stop that morning stress before it even starts. I had this happen last week. I woke up and the stress was just sitting there next to me. I hadn't even had coffee yet, and stress was like, good morning, I'm back. Here's everything you need to worry about.
Yes, that rush of anxiety, right, when you open your eyes, it's terrible because your brain is already trying to prioritize, but it has no information, so it just defaults to, like, fear.
Right. So instead of letting that chaos win, the solution is what some of the sources call morning magic.
Like that.
You write down your 3 most important tasks for the day before you check a single notification.
The emphasis has to be on the number 3.
Right.
Not a huge list of 20 things. Just 3. Why is 3 so important?
Psychologically, 3 it feels friendly.
It does.
It feels possible. There's this thing called Miller's Law, which basically says our brains can only handle about 7 pieces of information at once, but really for prioritizing, 3 is way more effective. A huge list just creates more brain traffic.
But 3 tasks.
Yeah.
That creates a calm road to drive on.
Exactly. And writing them down does something called closing the loop. When a task is just in your head, the loop is open. It's using up energy. When you write it down, your brain goes, okay, that's stored somewhere else. I can stop worrying about it for now.
It gives your brain permission to stop shouting. You're basically telling your mind, these 3 things are the priority. Everything else can wait.
But here's the challenge, right? What if all 3 tasks are huge? What if number 1 is finish the entire report? Does the brain still accept that?
That's a really important question. No, the brain will reject it. If the task is too big, it's not a task, it's a project.
Right.
You have to break it down. So instead of finish the entire report, it should be like write the introduction for the report, something you can actually do today.
Yeah, you could use a simple filter. Ask yourself,
Yep.
What is the one thing that, if I do it today, will make everything else easier?
I like that.
That's your number 1 task. The other 2 can be important, but maybe not as urgent. It's about clarity.
Yes, clarity. Because a confused mind, like we said, it panics, and it looks for those low-effort distractions.
Which brings us right back to the emotional snacks. When you're confused, you grab comfort. That might be a real snack, or it might be scrolling, or suddenly deciding you have to clean your entire apartment right now instead of starting that one difficult email.
It's a distraction technique, because your brain doesn't know what the real first step is. But if you give it those 3 tasks, you take away the need to panic.
So step 1, clear the mental kitchen, write your top 3 tasks, close those loops.
Essential first step. But even with a clear mind and a list, time can still just run away. It's so sneaky, right?
Oh, it is. Which brings us right to tip number 2, and where most of our focus time really disappears.
Okay, tip number 2, you have to stop the tiny time thief.
This is probably the sneakiest problem in modern life.
It really is. Time doesn't usually run away in one big chunk. It escapes in these tiny little moments. It's like tiny leaks in a bucket.
Drip, drip, drip.
Drip, drip, drip. You don't notice the single drops, but after an hour, the bucket's half empty, and suddenly you think, where did my morning go?
I know this so well. The most dangerous sentence you can say to yourself is, I'll just check my phone for 5 minutes.
The most dangerous sentence.
5 minutes, sure. 45 minutes later, you're deeply invested in watching a cat play the piano on YouTube.
Happens to the best of us.
And I'm thinking, wow, that cat is really talented. But my focus, my productivity, completely gone.
It's so true. That tiny time thief steals our focus. Through scrolling, refreshing messages, opening emails the second they arrive. It's the enemy of deep work, and it's all driven by this feedback loop in our brain.
Yeah, we have to talk about that loop, because if you understand it, you can break it. So you feel a little bit bored. That's the cue. Your brain wants a distraction. That's the craving. You grab your phone, the response, and you get a little burst of something new, a notification, a funny video. That's the reward. And the whole habit gets stronger.
It's the distraction loop. And the phone is designed for that. Think of your time like money in your pocket. And every time you check your phone for no reason, you're dropping a coin. You're just dropping coins everywhere without noticing. Little leaks lead to big losses.
So what's the action?
Yeah.
The powerful habit here is what we're calling first you, then the world.
I love that name.
It's a proactive defense. The tip is simple, but it's not easy. Put your phone away, physically out of sight, for the first 30 minutes of your day.
Just 30 minutes. Let your mind wake up fully and think about your top 3 tasks before the notifications start demanding your attention.
Exactly. Give yourself the first victory of the day.
Let your priorities into your brain first, before your boss's emails, before your friends' texts, when you start your day reacting to other people. you've already lost control of your own agenda.
And putting the phone physically away is the key. Out of sight, out of mind. Put it in a drawer. Put it in another room.
Yes. If the phone is next to you, even if the screen is off, part of your brain is still using energy to resist checking it.
That cognitive load again.
Exactly. Move it. Free up that brain power. And this isn't just for the morning, all right? It's for your work periods, too.
Yeah, setting digital boundaries, like decide you'll only check email at 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. and stick to it. That batching, it stops the time thief from interrupting your flow.
Because every time you switch tasks, from writing to checking an email, your brain has to pay what's called a switching tax.
Huh.
It takes a few minutes to get your full focus back, so that 1 minute you spent on the email, it actually cost you 5.
That switching tax is brutal. Okay, so we've cleared the mental noise and we stopped the tiny leaks. But we still have to face maybe the biggest problem, just starting, the motivation problem.
Tip number 3, the magic start. We call it the 10-minute rule.
This is for that feeling we all get. Your brain looks at a big, difficult task and just says, nope, not today.
Yes. Or you just look at the task and you feel tired just from looking at it. It's like a huge mountain, and your brain is just whispering, fear me.
So instead of waiting for motivation to show up, because it won't, we have to create it with the 10-minute rule.
Tell yourself very gently, I will do this for just 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I can stop if I want to.
10 minutes is the psychological trick. It helps you overcome what they call the activation energy. That's the friction you feel right at the beginning. Starting is always the hardest part.
And 10 minutes isn't scary. It feels safe. It feels doable. It removes all the pressure of the entire project.
And something amazing happens. Once you start, your brain activates something called the Zeigarnik effect.
Oh, I love the Zeigarnik effect. Explain that one.
It's basically this idea that our minds remember and focus on unfinished tasks way more than finished ones. So once you start for 10 minutes, you've opened a loop. And your brain has this really powerful need to close that loop. It starts wanting to finish it.
Yes, you get momentum. And you realize it wasn't as bad as you thought. The difficulty wasn't the work itself, it was the idea of the work.
And most of the time, after 10 minutes, you just keep going. You created the motivation by starting.
What if you really do stop after 10 minutes? What happens then?
You still win. That's the victory. You started. You beat the procrastination. You're one step further than you were before.
That's so true.
And when you come back to it later, starting will be even easier because that loop is still open in your brain.
Starting is the victory. Tiny steps. So when your brain says not today, your answer is just 10 minutes.
Okay, so we've cleared our mind, protected our time, and we know how to start. This is huge progress.
Huge. But now we need to talk about the quality of the time we have. Which brings us to tip number 4. Fuel the car. This is about your energy.
This is the real secret. You don't just need more time. You need more high-quality energy for the time you already have.
Precisely. Because if your internal battery is always low, if you're suffering from cognitive fatigue, even 10 free hours won't help you.
Think about it. Have you ever had a whole free Saturday and done nothing?
Oh, all the time. I'll have a free day and I suddenly become completely horizontal.
Horizontal.
You know, just lying down, not really doing anything, just thinking about all the things you should be doing.
That's the classic state. The time isn't the problem. It's that your battery is empty. It's like having a perfect car with no fuel in the tank. The problem isn't the car, it's the empty tank. And we have to fight decision fatigue.
Oh, decision fatigue is so real. Every tiny decision, what to wear, what to eat, which email to open first, it uses up your willpower.
So by 3 p.m., you have no fuel left for the really important work.
So the first action here is what we call the tiny reset.
We have to get our energy back. We often skip rest to save time, but it's completely backward.
It is. Rest doesn't waste time. Rest creates time. Brief breaks, they actually replenish the part of your brain that's responsible for focus. So every hour or so, you need to honor your body's natural rhythm. It's called an ultradian rhythm. Your brain needs a little break after intense focus.
And the reset can be tiny. Stand up, stretch, get a glass of water, or just take 2 slow, deep breaths. It stops you from burning out.
And once you have that little bit of energy back, then we get strategic. This is action 4B, the power hour. Yes, everyone has a power hour. It's your golden window of focus. That one time a day when your brain just says, okay, let's do this.
For a lot of people, it's in the morning. For others, it's the afternoon. And then you have the midnight productivity ninjas, like me sometimes.
That's all driven by your circadian rhythm, your natural 24-hour cycle. The key is to find your power hour. Notice when you feel most alert.
And when you find it, you have to protect it, like treasure. You schedule your most difficult top 3 tasks only for that time.
No, what if my power hour is at 9 a.m. and that's when I have a mandatory team meeting every day?
Okay, that's a real problem, so you have to be clever. You use the 10-minute rule to attack a priority task for just 15 minutes before the meeting.
Oh, okay.
Or you schedule your most important task for right after the meeting while your brain is still warmed up. The goal is focused intensity during that golden window. Phone off, no interruptions.
Because what you can do in one focused power hour,
Yeah.
it's more than you can do in 4 scattered low-energy hours.
One thing, no multitasking. Your power hour builds your powerful life.
Okay, we've gained so much control back, mental, time, energy, but there is one final huge danger that can steal it all back, and that is other people.
Yep, the big danger. People, requests, messages, all pulling your attention away. This brings us to tip number 5, gentle, strong boundaries.
Most of us lose our time because we can't say no. We're afraid of being rude or unhelpful, so we say yes to everything and then we wonder why we're drowning.
You're drowning because you're filling everyone else's bucket and letting yours run dry. You cannot build your life if you spend all your time living someone else's plans. If you're always saying yes to others, you're saying no to yourself.
This is why we need gentle, strong boundaries. It's not about being aggressive. It's about self-respect.
And the action is learning how to say no softly and kindly. It's about clear, respectful communication.
We have some really good phrases for this. So for a friend's request, you could say,
I'd love to help with that, but I have a huge priority I need to focus on until Friday. Can we look at this next week?
and for a colleague at work,
Thank you for thinking of me. Right now, I need to finish Project X. I can look at this tomorrow afternoon, or maybe colleague Y can help you right now.
see the structure. You acknowledge them, you state your priority, and then you offer an alternative. You're not rejecting the person.
No, you're rejecting the timing or the request. And that's not rudeness, that's self-respect. Boundaries aren't walls, they're doors that you control.
You decide when they open and close. And this is for digital life too, right? Turning off notifications.
Totally. You can even set an automatic email reply. I check emails at 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. If this is an emergency, please call. You gently teach people your new rhythm.
Say yes to yourself first. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but it's essential for making time for what really matters to you.
Okay, so we've built focus, protected energy, and learned boundaries. Let's quickly go over some of the language we use today so you can start using it.
Yes, our vocabulary corner. This helps the concepts really stick.
First up, the big one, brain traffic.
Brain traffic is that feeling of having too many thoughts and worries in your head at once. It feels crowded and loud. For example, I can't start this report. I have too much brain traffic right now.
Next, the sneaky villain, time thief.
A time thief is anything that steals your time in small bits, usually your phone. For example, scrolling social media is a huge time thief for me in the evenings.
And then emotional snacks.
Emotional snacks are the distractions you use for comfort when you feel stressed or overwhelmed. For example, after the bad meeting, I needed some emotional snacks, so I started reorganizing my desktop icons.
What about horizontal?
If you're horizontal, it means you're just lying down, not doing anything productive, often because you're exhausted. For example, I spent my whole Sunday horizontal after that crazy week.
And our key tool, power hour.
Your power hour is your personal golden window of focus during the day. For example, I do all my creative writing during my power hour, which is around 9 p.m.
And finally, gentle, strong boundaries.
Gentle, strong boundaries means saying no in a kind but firm way to protect your time. For example, setting gentle, strong boundaries with my team helped me finish my project on time.
Okay, that was a lot, but we don't want you to feel overwhelmed.
No, we're fighting chaos, not creating it.
So we have 2 tiny, actionable steps for today. Just choose one.
Don't try to do all 5 tips at once. Just choose one simple thing to start with.
The simplest are, 1, write down your top 3 tasks right now. Or 2, physically put your phone away for the next 30 minutes.
Just try one. See what happens.
Okay, quick recap of the 5 main strategies.
First, clear the mental kitchen with your top 3 tasks.
Second, stop the tiny time thief with first you, then the world.
Third, create momentum with the 10-minute rule.
Fourth, fuel the car with tiny resets and your power hour.
And finally, protect it all with gentle, strong boundaries.
So we've built focus, protected energy, but we have to end with the most important part of all of this.
Yes, we all need to hear this. Even with all these tips, some days will still be hard. Some days the chaos will win a little bit.
Yeah, some days your brain will just say, I need to be horizontal and watch the cat play piano, and that is okay.
Growth is not a straight line. It's not fast. And it is definitely not perfect.
Yeah.
We are human. We mess up. We forgive ourselves. We try again.
You don't fail when you slow down. You only fail when you give up on yourself. Be patient. Talk to yourself like you would talk to a friend you really love.
You deserve that kindness. Celebrate the tiny wins. Forgive the tiny mistakes. If all you did today was breathe and rest, that is still progress.
You don't need to rush this. You just need to keep showing up for yourself.
Your time is slowly, gently becoming yours again, exactly as it should be.
That's a powerful thought. I hope everyone listening feels that peace, not more pressure.
So if this deep dive helped you, please leave a comment. We want to know, what is one small habit you will start tomorrow?
Take a deep breath. You are doing so much better than you think. Be kind to yourself today.
You didn't waste your time today. You invested it. We'll see you in the next deep dive.
Bye, everyone.